And if we wanted to mail a letter, we took 2 eggs and put it in the mailbox, in the mail carrier, put the stamp on, and took our eggs. And some of you never heard of what we call a rolling store. Every Tuesday they'd come through with this big store. When Dad Mom make up a store bill, it only constituted about 4 items: coffee, flour, sugar, 4 or 5 items.
Salt. No, we did our own flour most times.
You want to finish my tale? You go ahead.
Well, we did. We ground our own flour a lot of times.
Anyway, this story goes, we had this rolling store come through once a week. And again, I would go, I was probably 11, 12 years old. We weren't allowed to smoke. There's a no-no. And I'd go to the barn, hunt me up 3 or 4 eggs and take it up there and trade it in for a sack of that old stud or country gentleman tobacco. And Mom would roll them for me. She'd say, "Now don't you tell your daddy I'm rolling." So I guess she helped me out a little there. It was door plumbing. It's a tough life. I recall Ronnie when he was 2 years old or 3, and as soon as he'd get in for a visit, he hid out into the garden area, whatever, and he'd come running down there, and he said, "Mama, Mama," he said, "it's a big old worm up there. It's a big old worm. Got a long old tongue sticking out." I said, "You just seen a snake."
And we run out, while I'm thinking about this, we run out of milk sometimes. We just had 2 cows, and if they both was dry or something at the same time, they had milk. So we walked up to Hubert Clausen's and bought milk, and they sold it to us for, was it 7 or 8 cents a gallon? It wasn't much. We got it in a gallon jug, but it was nearly a mile up there to walk, and we usually went 2 at a time, though we didn't usually go for ourselves. Daddy let us go. So they were tight. Lord, they was tight as they could be. They was good people, but they was tight. And so their milk wasn't near as good as ours, because Mommy would take our cow milk and she'd stir up the cream, part of it, and make what you call whole milk now out of it. And they always skimmed every bit of their cream off and to churn and have butter, because they sold butter and other stuff too. And we all talked about their milk being so thin, and it was blue, and it must have been the kind of cow it was too or something, because it wasn't near as good as ours. And somebody made the remark one day, we was at the table, about they believed they mixed water with it, made it half water and half milk, and sold it to us. Well, the next time we went up, JB went with me. We got up there, and we was sitting on the porch, and I said, "Well, something that we better go," and they said, "Well, we'll go and get your milk." And JB said, "Yeah." I said, "You can mix it half water and half milk." I just think what you had to do then, compared to now, instead of walking in the laundry room and throwing a load of clothes in, when you had to go down to a branch and heat the water in an open kettle and wash on a washboard.
Jewel and me done that, didn't we, Jewel?
Yep.
Many times we went down there and took the black kettle on the horse, or Daddy did, and we heated water and washed and hung the clothes on a wharf fence and played. We took a pan and we fried some hoe cakes and play around till the clothes got dry and get them up and go didn't we, Jewel?
Yeah. We play in the water while they're closed.
Back in our time.
Well, she'd mentioned this branch area. That's the way we did our milk. You would milk in the morning. I never did learn milk. I tried one time, no cow run off on me. I learned one, I guess, didn't learn the milk. But you take the milk to this cold spring and put in that cold water during the day, and then that night you'd milk again, and you'd take the night, stake it down there and leave it, pick the other up, bring it back. And it was twice as far as from here to that next down.
Well, it's a half mile down there underneath that.
Well, it was a steep down there both ways, down there and back both.
But we had some good times. We was poor, but we didn't know it, because we had plenty of food to eat, we had enough clothes, and we had a lot of good times.